This Solar Warlock build focuses on constant ability spam, scorch and ignition chains, and high survivability. This one is centered around the Eunoia and the Hellion Aspect, and it turns your class ability into a damaging tool while generating Orbs of Power to fuel non-stop grenades, melee and class ability use. It is perfect for clearing waves and staying in control during tough PvE encounters. Well, today I'm going to explain why this build is good, the gameplay loop, and how to put this Solar Eunoia Warlock build together in Destiny 2. Well, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button down below for even more Destiny 2 content. Okay, first of all, why this build is good. So this Solar Warlock build is really powerful because it creates a self-sustaining cycle of scorch, ignition and ability regeneration, enabling you to apply constant pressure in PvE activities. What makes it truly effective though is the way each component, from the subclass abilities to the weapons and the armor mods, work together to keep you in control of the battlefield without relying on ammo or teammates. You're always scorching enemies, you're igniting them for AoE damage and then instantly regaining energy so you can repeat the process. At the heart of this build is the exotic gauntlets, the Eunoia, and that empowers your class ability with the Hellion projectiles that grow stronger over a distance and fracture into scorching shrapnel. This turns your class ability from a support tool into a high damage, long range ignition trigger, especially when combined with the Hellion Aspect. So when you use your Phoenix Dive, you not only heal, but you also trigger Hellion. You apply Scorch and generate Orbs of Power thanks to mods like Reaper. This one means you're constantly gaining energy and buffing your damage whilst dealing AoE burns. What makes this build really good is how often and easily you can trigger Scorch and Ignitions. So you've got Fusion Grenades, they're enhanced by Touch of Flame. Your grenades explode twice, dealing major damage, and apply a ton of Scorch stacks. Incinerator Snap gives you fast melee Scorch application, and the Song of Flame super enhances both your weapon and your ability output, making it easier to maintain the pressure. Fragments like Ember of Ashes, Char, Singeing and Eruption multiply the effectiveness of every Scorch or Ignition, widening the damage radius and feeding energy back into the loop. This build also shines because of its insane cooldown reduction and Orbs of Power economy. You're constantly generating orbs through solo weapon kills, through the Harmonic Siphon, your class ability use with Reaper, and defeating enemies after ability use. So you've got Absolution, Insulation and Bomber, ensuring every orb you collect brings your cooldowns close to zero, and that means you always have your grenade, melee and class ability ready, which is rare in most builds without specific exotic crutches. On top of that, your solar weapons get passive damage buffs through the Solar Weapon Surge, and that's sustained by the orbs you're already generating. So pair this all with Polaris Lance, it not only deals reliable solar precision damage, but also triggers solar explosions through its exotic perk, and when you've got the anti-barrier scout rifle mods, it becomes a top tier pick for endgame content. So your heavy weapon, Fix Odds, rounds out the setup with strong solar AoE and boss DPS, and also benefiting from the Solar Surge in your orb generation. Also, if you've got Incandescent on there, it's very, very good too. So in short, this build is good because it's aggressive, regenerative and self-fulfilling. You don't need to rely on teammates or heavy ammo to deal high damage. Every ability feeds another, every orb brings you close to your next cooldown, and every enemy Scorch contributes to a massive area damage through ignitions. It's the perfect blend of offense, sustained and synergy, making it one of the most reliable Solar Warlock builds in PvE content right now. Okay, next up, let's have a look at the gameplay loop. So here's how it all works. So use Phoenix Dive to trigger the Hellion Mortar and apply the Scorch to enemies and generate Orbs of Power with Reaper and heal yourself or allies. Collect those Orbs of Power to instantly reduce all ability cooldowns through Absolution and Insulation, and activate Solar Weapon Surge for bonus weapon damage. Throw your Fusion Grenades, enhanced by Touch of Flame, to apply massive Scorch and cause double explosions, leading to fast ignitions. Follow up with an Incinerator Snap to apply Scorch to clustered enemies, further fueling the ignition change and triggering the cooldown, refunding mods. That means Impact Induction and Focusing Strike. And then simply repeat the cycle by diving again, collecting more orbs, spamming abilities, igniting everything, and keeping your uptime high and damage output constant. Okay, let's have a look at this build. We're going to put it all together. Okay, first of all, we've got the exotic armor, and this is the Eunoia. And they are exotic Warlock gauntlets that come with the perk Consul's Pitch. So Consul's Pitch, Hellion projectiles deal increased damage, the further they travel, eventually fracturing into scorching shrapnel. So these are brand new in the Edge of Fate expansion, and what you need to do is finish the Edge of Fate campaign on Legendary difficulty, and then you're going to be offered them as a Warlock. Next up, let's have a look at the Solar subclass setup. So for my super, Song of Flame, so you unleash your inner fire, making your equipped weapons radiant and enhancing your abilities. Melee releases the supercharged melee attack and launches additional projectiles, and your grenade, and that creates a sentient flame wisp that seeks out targets and detonates in a scorching explosion, and then seeks out other nearby targets. For the class ability, Phoenix Dive, so you dive to the ground and create a burst of solar light that cures nearby allies. For the melee, we've got Incinerator Snap, so you snap your fingers, create a fan of burning sparks that explode and scorch targets. And for the grenade, it's a fusion grenade, an explosive grenade that attaches to targets, damaging and moderately scorching them on detonation. So for my aspects, I'm using the Hellion. This one is really important with the exotic gloves. So this one's really important for pairing up with the exotic gloves. So you activate your class ability to summon a solar mortar that lobs flame projectiles at distant targets, and targets damaged by the mortar are scorched. Then we've got Touch of Flame as well. So your healing, solar, firebolt and fusion grenades have enhanced functionality, and fusion grenades explode twice. For the fragments, I'm using Ember of Singeing. So your class ability recharges faster when you scorch targets. Ember of Char, your solar ignition spreads scorch to affected targets. Ember of Ashes, you apply more scorch stacks to targets. And Ember of Eruption, your solar ignitions have increased area of effect. Next up, let's have a look at the weapons in the primary slot. I'm using Mint Retrograde. That is a legendary kinetic pulse rifle with a rocket assisted frame, meaning the weapon fires self-propelled rocket ammunition, projectiles explode and impact for high damage. To get this one, you simply want to run Pinnacle Ops, and you'll get it as a random reward at the end of the activity. Also, you can find it in the portal. Sometimes it is the featured weapon on activities, so do keep an eye on those activities via the portal. In the energy slot, I'm using Polaris Lance. This one is an exotic energy scout rifle that deals solar damage. Looking at the perks, we've got the Perfect Fifth. Precision hits return ammo to the magazine, and landing 4 precision hits loads a delayed solar explosive round for your next shot. Then you've got Zen Moment as well, so causing damage with the weapon increases the stability. You can get this one from the Monument 2 Lost Lights in the tower. For the heavy slot, I'm using Fixed Odds. This one's a machine gun. This one has a high impact frame, meaning it's slow firing, high damage. And to get this one, you want to run the Duality Dungeon, and it's a drop from the final boss. I particularly like this weapon for solar builds because I've got an incandescent roll on it. So if you've got any heavy weapons with incandescent, that is going to work really, really well with this solar build. Finally, for the mods on the head, we've got Dynamo, so that reduces your super cooldown when you're using your class ability near targets, and Harmonic Siphon, rapid solar weapon final blows, create an Orb of Power. On the arms, we've got Focusing Strike, so grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a powered melee attack. Harmonic Loader increases the reload speed of solar weapons. Impact Induction, causing damage with a powered melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. On the chest we've got Arc Resistance, Solar Resistance and Void Resistance, and that just simply reduces incoming damage, from those elements. On the legs we've got Absolution, so reduces all ability cooldowns each time you pick up an Orb of Power. Insulation, reduces class ability cooldown each time you pick up an Orb of Power. And Solar Weapon Surge, your solar weapons gain a small bonus to damage when you've got any armor charge. On the class item we've got Powerful Attraction, so automatically collect nearby Orbs of Power when you activate your class ability. Reaper, shortly after you use your class ability, your next weapon final blow spawns an Orb of Power. And finally, Bomber, reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. Okay, let me know what you think of this build in the comments, but that is it for how to get the Eunoia, and also this Solar Warlock build in Destiny 2, and as always, thank you so much for watching or for listening. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for even more Destiny 2 content here on Endgame Express. Thanks again, and I'll see you real soon.